Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.
This is Joe Pugh for IFLTV. We are here at the top of the Shard. It's media lunch and it's also the start of Fight Week. Chelly Simpson, but also Caroline Dubois. How are you, first of all?
I'm very well, thank you. And yourself?
I'm very well. Very big fight Saturday. It feels like it's that last step before the mega fights. Do you feel the same?
I feel that way. I feel like my opponent, Myra Marino, I would say she's world level, you know. Yeah. If you mix her with any of the girls, Katie Taylor, Rhian, Terry, she'll give him a really hard fight. So I think this is just the perfect fight just before you jump into the deep end.
When you look at this opponent, obviously I think she's 14-1, is that right? And she's there, as you say, she could mix it with everyone. Is it the type of opponent where if you do a really good job, you might not get the credit because she's a little bit of an unknown quantity?
I think, of course, that's the way it is. Female boxing is still very unknown. There's still so many females that people just don't know. I mean, look at Alicia Bangarden. No one knew her until she knocked out Terry Harper, and then she blew up. And so you have to be careful for us. Every time we go into a fight, be 100%, take it seriously and not underestimate anyone. And you know, if I don't get the respect that I deserve for this fight, there's nothing I can do. I know how good she is, so I would know what this means to me.
Is respect a big thing for you? Do you want to get that respect?
I think from the public, for sure, you know, we're the ones who step in the ring and sacrifice everything. It's good to be respected for and acknowledged, you know, just for our sacrifices. So, yeah, respect is big.
Obviously, you've got the IBO world title. This is WBC interim as well. Katie Taylor is still the holder of that WBC belt. Whether it's Katie Taylor or not, if you come through that, is it only those big fights?
Definitely. I think I'm mandatory. You know, she's written to my team. Our team has communicated the winner of this fights her or she vacates, and that's on a written contract. So I'm looking for big fights and belts or the opportunity to challenge for belts.
Do you believe you will fight her before the end of her career?
I hope so, but you know, everything happens for a reason. I'm a 100% believer in that. I would not be mad if I didn't, because there's so many other women that create big fights for me. I'm not lost without her. The story continues, the journey continues, and there's so many hard fights, big names that would just give me the respect that I deserve.
When you talk about female boxing, though, it feels like if there was ever to be a situation where it was Katie Taylor versus Caroline Dubois, it would be like a clash of the two generations, because at the minute it looks like you could be the one to spearhead this generation, and obviously Katie Taylor has been a pioneer, so it would be a mega fight, wouldn't it?
It would be a huge fight, you know, the present and the future, you know, the rookie and the vet is the story that we always hear, the passing of the torch, and I believe that will be my time. I genuinely do, but she's a very good fighter, and she's shown time and time again that she's still got it. She's still got that fire in the belly, and that's sometimes all you need.
In an ideal world, in make-believe world, who would be your next three opponents?
In an ideal world, I would fight Katie Taylor, then I'd fight the winner of Terry Harper and Rhian Dixon, and then Beatrice Ferrer.
It feels like your name and Beatrix have kind of come along at the same time, and obviously it's one that you want to build up that little bit more, isn't it?
Exactly. You know, I think disregarding Katie, I think she's the hardest fight at 135. You know, look at her stylistically, she's the only one that seems to be carrying power. She's the one that's explosive. People say she's just as big a puncher as me, so she's got good skill and pedigree. So I think just looking at that side of things, it's like a stylistic matchup in heaven, you know. It's going to be an explosive fight, so I'd say build it up. You know, if we were two guys, we probably won't fight until 5-6 years in the future. You know, all we're asking for is another 6 months, 6-7 months, and yeah.
Who do you think wins out of Terry and Rhiannon?
I don't know, I genuinely think it's a 50-50, evenly matched. If you had asked me this a year ago, I would have said Terry, just because of pedigree, skill, and what you would think is like the experience and the confidence, but she seems to be lacking that a little bit. You know, her last fight she showed, you know, just a lack of confidence and maybe just the ability to not want to be there, and that's a concerning thing. And Rhian Dixon has really just pushed on. If one thing that you can say Rhian has is confidence, and self-confidence is at 1,000, so that can really tip the scale. So I really don't know.
Just last one. have you been keeping up to date with the Olympics? It hasn't been the best start for us, but yeah, what do you make of it?
Oh yeah, it's been hard to watch because my two best mates have been out there, Rosie Eccles and Charlie Davison. I went to the Olympics, the previous Olympics with Charlie, and it was hard to watch her unfortunately lose. And Rosie, I wanted her to win so bad, but again, just on the wrong side of decisions, I think. But what can we do? Hopefully, Team G picks out.
Yeah, well, 3 down, 3 to go. Hopefully, get a couple wins, then move on to yourself this weekend, and we'll get that win. Caroline, thank you very much for speaking to IFLTV. Is there anything else you'd like to mention?
No, I just want to say a massive shout out to all my fans. People are just following me. People are enjoying the journey, enjoying the ride. I would say tune in, everybody tune in this weekend. It's going to be good.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you, Caroline.
Wall Street Memes Casino,
I'm fine.
and Sportsbook.